The riots in San Francisco were classical, typical communist violence. The very fact that the majority of the students were unconscious that they were serving the communist cause is in itself a testimony to the communist program and use of violence, because their whole program is designed to exploit the emotions, to agitate, and to create conditions such as those which came to pass. The fact that you can get students who are in the riots and get them to say the communists had nothing to do with it is an indication of your ignorance, not an indication that the communists were not the organizers of those riots. Because classical communist violence in a non-revolutionary situation is to stir up a group of people round a non-communist issue and have it break out into some violent demonstration. Now, this violence has several purposes, but one basic communist purpose is always to discredit the police, to create an image of the police as sadistic, brutal, evil, the enemy of the common people. So one basic communist objective is always to discredit the police, stir hatred and resentment against them. An indication of the success of the communist-inspired riots in San Francisco is that the day following the riots, a group of Stanford University professors who had not been present signed a statement which inferred that the police had been brutal and cruel, sadistic and monstrous, exercising unnecessary violence against the students. That, of course, was the most scientific and objective act. I think they discovered the police violence by female intuition. You know what a woman's intuition is, don't you? That strange instinct a woman possesses that always tells her she's right, whether she is or not. Now, women don't have a monopoly of this, of course. You find it sometimes in very advanced academic circles. So they knew by intuition. But that was classical communist violence, where you get a group of people stirred up. It's not that individual violence is wrong. It is unscientific. They say it does more harm than good. But where a pre-revolutionary situation exists, where there is a state of crisis, incipient revolution, then a different policy goes into action. The policy is this: key people must now be eliminated. So they have their block captains appointed. And in this pre-revolutionary phase, individuals of special importance, significance are assassinated, eliminated, got out of the way. And individual violence is to be practiced during the pre-revolutionary phase. During the revolution, open killing is the order of the day. The more the merrier, the bloodier the better. During the revolutionary phase. And after the successful revolution, violence is to be manifested in two ways. Firstly, the elimination of the counter-revolutionary leadership. The communists come to power very largely on the basis of deceit. They have a large number of allies who have been deceived and are unaware of the change that they are forging, the terror they are creating. Communism advances to power by these 5 steps. The first step is the conquest of the student mind with books. As I indicated last night, the communists, the executives, the officers, the real communists are almost always recruited in the colleges and the universities. Until the Communist Party has been able to recruit their student intellectuals, they're not able to do anything. That's the first step. The second step is the organization of these students into the Communist Party, the building of the Communist Party. The third step is the scientific exploitation of group need, group grievance, group ambition, to advance that party in popularity and in power. Communism in action just follows this program. Find out what people want. Promise it to them. Go to work to get it for them, so that you may come to power over them. So in a Marxist school, they sit down and they analyze the community. They study the different groups within it. They acquaint themselves with their basic need. Then they devise a program to advance that need. So they go to the working man and offer him higher wages, shorter working hours, better conditions. They go to the industrialist, they offer him good trading relations, industrial peace, and higher profits. Everybody knows the communists exploit the working man, but it's very, very hard for many people to face the fact that of late they have been equally, if not more successful, exploiting the businessman.